Good morning, my friends. Uh-oh, I have cheese on my head. Okay, so welcome to my hometown farm. That's what it's called. Which one of these can I see me on? Oh, look, hey. I am on summer of year 4. I've kind of played a whole lot since I set up another island, and then I think I started this one, and I have no idea if you guys even knew I started this one. You know, I don't know. So I've played about 156 hours. That's what the thing said. I've played a lot, and I'm in what's considered the end game. There's still a ton to happen, but I am in what's considered the end game. So if you don't want anything spoiled, well then thanks so much for coming. I'll see you on another video because I don't want to spoil anything for you. Basically, my plan is to just kind of walk around my farm and show you what I do in a day and how things are organized and what I'm doing. I don't have any idea how much that's gonna spoil, but you know, we try. So usually I try and clean out my pockets before I go to bed, but I was on Ginger Island and I was in the volcano dungeon. It's not considered a mine, it's a dungeon, right? I think. Anyway, excuse me. I carry a warp totem, a warp totem for my farm when I go into the mines or Skull Cavern or the dungeon so that I can fight right up until the last minute, and then I warp home and I go to bed. I barely made it back to my bed. Like, I fell asleep just as it was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, that's your why my pockets are full, whatever. So let's see what I do in a day, and I'll update you kind of as things go. There's a little look. Right now I have 855,000 gold. I have made 2 million so far. What do I have to show for it? Well, I have a house. Look, I have a big house. Since I made it to Ginger Island and I made it to the Forge, I have merged some of my rings. So I might tell you about my rings. Let's just tell you whatever. Okay, I'm going to tell you. So my boots are the Cinder Shard boots, and you buy them for 100 Cinder Shards from the dwarf on level 5 of the dungeon. I think it's a dungeon. The rings that I have, can I remember? One of them, I should have thought of this ahead of time. One of them is the Iridium Band, merged with the Slime Charmer ring, which is game changing. Kill 1,000 slimes, you can get this ring, then the slimes can't hurt you at all. It's like they're not even there. It's amazing. Anyway, so that's those two. And then the other one is the Burglar Ring and the Crab Shell Ring. So it's got a Burglar Ring, drops more, say that you get more drops in when you kill somebody or whatever. And the Crab Shell is like a defense 5 or something. Anyway, really cool. My hat is just a living hat that feeds off of the sweat in your head, I think. And I got a skull t-shirt. Anyway, that's what I am right now. Okay, so this is our day. I don't want to be holding cheese. Okay, I have a problem with going back and forth between using the bumpers and using my, my triggers. So I start the day by grabbing that coffee. I never actually drink the coffee unless I need to go faster. I water my cactuses because they need to be watered. And I water my little, coffee bean plants. That's a tea sapling. They only produce that takes the coffee. I put my beans or my cactus fruit or my coffee or any tea I make. I just put them in here. I have a cask in there, a keg in there in case I need to brew some tea or something. This one I used to brew a coffee in all the time with these beans, and sometimes I don't. Anyway, the tea sapling does not need to be watered, and it only produces tea leaves like the last week of every season. So I've got stuff cooking down here. Doesn't that look great? Ooh, look, we're making progress. I think all of this is ancient fruit wine. Yeah. So as I finish them in my other area where I'm making the wine, I just dump it right here so that when these are ready, if I'm not in a place where I can go back and forth, I just throw all these in and then, you know, whatever. So let's really quickly fill up our watering can because it's a little low. I don't actually have much. I got this, I don't remember how I got that fish tank. But that fish in there is one that my cat gave me because I thought it was nice. It was a rainy day and the cat was just sitting right here. I should really pause. The cat was just sitting there staring at an empty tank, and it was very sad. And then the cat gave me a fish, you know, as gratitude when I gave it some love. And I was like, well, let me give you something. So I put it in the fish tank so on rainy days it can sit and stare at the fish. There's my little sewing machine I've never used. These are some seasonal plants that change with the season. This little chest back here, these items are the items I use for my Grange display at the Stardew Fair. Thinking and coming up with something every time is just stupid. I did it once. Why do I have to do it over and over and over? These will give me a great score. I just put them in there so I don't accidentally sell them and so I don't have to think. And then these are prep for the Wizard's Grange quest, where you need 100 things of each of the rainbow colors. I still need the purple because one of the suggestions for purple was the bug meat, and I have changed all of that into fish bait. So I need to make some more. There are other things you can use, and I learned that they don't have to all be one, right? I could have like 50 bug meat and 25 purple crocuses and 25 grapes or whatever. Anyway, that's what's in there. I keep them in here so that I don't accidentally sell them or lose them or whatever. And then I don't have a spouse. I don't have kids. I just have a big house. These are some things. This is the Junimo catalog. So it has all this fun little Junimo furniture. I bought the catalog from the what do you call it? The traveling cart. And it's got fun things. I thought they'd be great. Some of them will be fun for outside too. This chair I bought accidentally from the catalog. And this tree I bought on purpose. And this one, oh, I want to tell you, but I don't want to tell you. Okay, here's the deal. So this one has trash furniture. This is the trash furniture catalog. And there are things that could be fun, but mostly it's just, you know, sloppy. It's stuff, honestly, that Shane would use in his room, because it's just a thing. If you don't know Shane, get to know Shane and you'll know. Anyway, I'm going to tell you how I got this. But it's a surprise. So if you haven't experienced it and you want to, plug your ears and don't listen until I close this. I'm going to leave this open while I tell you. So I check the trash cans like you're supposed to look for little surprises and treats and whatever. And I clicked on a trash can and there was an explosion and this came out of it. It scared the crud out of me. I was like, what? Anyway, that's how I got it. Okay, so that's what I have in my house. Let's go do some stuff. So I have my horse right here. My horse's name is Clover. It was, let me see, right here. Clover right there, and Snowball is my cat. Oh, don't look at my other pets. Can I pull? Okay, we're gonna. Oh, that. Okay, so it was named Grover by default. Everybody's is, I think, and it was cute. But I went Clover because I thought that was cuter, and I wanted it to be different. So here are some statues I got, and then this one right here that's one that comes after you get all the mastery, so let's pet him while I'm talking. You get all 10, you get a 10 on all of the skills, and then you can do the mastery, which is new to the 1.6 update. And one of them, you can get the Statue of Blessing recipe, which was very expensive to make. And when you hit it, you get a different blessing every day. And up there next to the clock, there's a girl, a woman, something, with a sign on it that has a plus. And I think what that means, what the plus means, where the plus is, there's something different for each blessing. So sometimes it's a water drop, and sometimes it's the speed symbol. So if it's the speed symbol, then you have fast speed all day. And if it's the plus, you have endless energy. So, wow, wouldn't that be nice in real life? Anyway, so I try to remember to hit that every day. This is the farm obelisk. So there's a little, it's a mini obelisk, and you can only use it on your farm. Let's see where it goes. Oh, it goes down here to my mushroom cave. Oh, look, I have mushrooms. Isn't it cute? So I added the grass and the stones because I was watching videos, as I do, doing my research, and found out you could decorate in there. And I thought, this feels like a mushroom cave. Okay, let's go back up to the house. Don't look at those animals. We're not talking about them yet. So here's the deal. Yeah, it's gonna have a lot of stuff, but let's go here, and we're gonna go all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna take a picture of the farm, because this is how you get a picture of your whole farm. You go right here and you click it, and then it's going to put it somewhere. So I had to search to find it. I didn't use this open the destination folder. I'm guessing you can tell it where to go there or find out where it went there. Doesn't matter. So right here, I'm going to put a picture of my farm. My farm is very different from a lot of farms. When I was playing Animal Crossing and people would show videos and they're like, let's look at the map, and everybody wants to see the map and see how it looks. And I was like, why does that matter? You don't look at the map, you're just running around. It needs to look good on the ground. I think this game is why people cared about the map, because people care about what the map looks like, the map of their farm. It's a big deal. Like, you look, and people really like to make their farms look fabulous, and they do look fabulous, and a lot of people go for symmetry because that's so satisfying. But I spent a ton of my childhood on a farm, and that's not a farm. I'm sorry, the farms you guys have, they're gorgeous, but they're not very farmy. I mean, I don't know, maybe there are real farms that look like that, but my farm is a real looking farm, or I'm trying to make it a real looking farm. I do have a little bit of pathing, and I haven't decided what I want to do with it. It's too formal, but the other stuff is just, I don't know. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure it out. So, but that's what's on my map. That's what's going on. And then these are just statues that I got for certain reasons. If you don't know how to get that big Junimo, there's a bush behind the playground. And on the last day of the season at exactly noon, you interact with that bush and you can get that Junimo, big stuffed Junimo. I got this bear. I don't remember how, something in the museum donations. I got the bear. I have honey kind of spread out. This is the thing. I gotta clear that. I have things spread out. Oh, look, my little Junimos are picking the thing. So as you get further in the game, you can buy a Junimo hut, and your Junimo will pick your crops for you, just the ones that are within their range. This last row is not in their range. I have to pick those on both sides. But I like to have my stuff look like it fits in, right? So they're kind of spread out. Other people have them really well organized, and you can just run through and pick them all at once, and I have to run around and pick mine up. But they look great. This one, this statue, oh, did you see the little blobfish down there? That statue, oh, my inventory's full. Let's go empty my pockets first. Okay, so I have my sheds and everything. I'm going to close that for a second so that the time stops, because we're almost at noon already. I had my, what do you call them? My chests out. I've moved them around a little bit, and every time I want to move them a significant distance, I had to unload them and then move them and then fill them back up again. It was a long, tedious process. And then eventually it occurred to me, put them in a building. Then you can just move the building and then you move it back. And or you move it wherever and they stay in there and they go with it. And it's so much better. And then there's this workbench. I'll show you in a second. There's a workbench, and anything that's in those 8 squares surrounding it, when you go up to the workbench, you can use it to craft. So right here with my pockets open, I can craft these things from what I have in my pockets, right? Just those ones that are solid. But if I go up to this workbench and hit the button, then I can craft all these other things because it's pulling from my pockets and it's pulling from what's in these chests right here around. So what I do every morning or every time I come in here, I go like this. I don't know if I have anything that'll go there. No, let's go here. This is my foraging chest. So see where it says cave carrot and then right below it, it says forage. Anything that says forage, I put in here. And if you hit the bumper on your controller, I'm using a Pro controller. If you hit the bumper, it'll take you over to this. And if I hit the A button on mine, but I think I remapped it, yours might be the B button, then anything that's already in there, it'll pull in the same. But if it's a different quality, it won't recognize it. So if I have, let's say I have an iridium quality winter root. Even though I have all these winter roots, if I have an iridium quality and I click that, it won't go in because there's not an iridium quality in here. So if you're new to this game, then you need to know if it doesn't have a star, it's regular quality. If it has, there's a silver, there's a gold, and there's up here, a purple, which is iridium. So they are not considered the same thing, and they won't stack. If they are the same, like if they're the same quality, then they will stack up to 999, which is amazing. And then, yeah, so that's good. I think we're all lined up. Oh, no, we're not. So then if you go to this one and you click that, it'll put them all together. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I only have one magma cap because it's down at the end, but then there are more up above. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can take that because there actually are more. If I hit this, then I know that they're all there. Anyway, so that's my foraging. Let's go over here. Oh, actually, let's grab these. I have jade in my crystallarium because you can trade those at the desert for staircases. And if you're going to do the Skull Caverns, you want staircases. So these are anything that's rock-like. So they're minerals and my rocks. And clay and ore. Those are all in there. Excuse me. So that's what this one is. Are they organized? Oh, look, they did organize a little bit more. And then what else do I have? Oh, so this is fish. I don't think I have any fish in my pockets. I don't. That's fish. And by fish, I mean it looks like a fish. Like if you would draw it, it looks like a fish. Although I'm not sure I would put the sandfish in a looks like a fish. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. And these are fish adjacent. So it'll take the algae. I think that's the only thing it'll take. Okay, so if it's bait or the roe, those are in there, the fish eggs. Oh, I need to use that stingray. I got to put that stingray in my fish pond so that I can get stingray stuff. Anyway, doesn't matter. So that's what that is. And then let's see, this one is animal products. I don't have any animal products in my pockets right now. The truffle oil I had in my artisan chest, which I'll show you, but sometimes I need it for recipes. So in these chests around the workbench, I try to put things that I'll need for recipes, so that I don't have to go find them and move them around and whatever. So that's why those are there. I need to rearrange my pockets. Just a minute, let's do that. So I have an order that I keep my tools and stuff in when I'm just around the farm. These are in my I'm in the mines order. So I want to have my sword and my pickaxe right next to each other so I can toggle back. Oops. Don't do that in here. So I can toggle back and forth quickly so I can be hitting rocks and then hurry and switch over to the sword so I can kill somebody. I want to have the bombs close in case I need to clear a spot or I need to take out some mummies or something. And I have the cheese right there because when you're dying in the mines, the cheese will like refill everything. So I have tons and tons of cheese in there. But when I'm just going around everything else, I kind of like to have it's kind of annoying to have to reset it all, but usually here's the thing, I only do the mines every once in a while, and to me it's worth it to have them the way I want them. So I think, yeah, that's it. So then this one is mines. Anything that has to do with the mines plus weird stuff. Just because that's the way it started and that's the way my brain has it. And it's black because the mines are dark. I went with different colors to help me know immediately. They're arranged in an order now, so that's fine, and I remember. But to help me remember immediately what's in there, and since I'm colorblind, they need to be very distinct. So I can only use a handful of colors because, like, if they're a blue or in a purple and they're kind of close, I'm not going to be able to tell them apart. So you can, if you don't know, you can change your chest colors up here at the top. You can choose it. All you have to do is open it, and then you can change the color. And it shows what it's going to look like over there on the right. So it shows that it's going to look black like that right next to there. Anyway, so these are things that you get from the mines. Before I was going to Ginger Island, I had all my bombs in here and things like that too, so that when I was leaving, I would go, my staircases were in there, things like that. So this should take the bones. Okay, it didn't take the extra mummified bat. That's from Ginger Island. And then, let's see. Okay, we're going to put so that's forageables. This is fruit. So I'm going to put the coconuts there. I had the coconuts because you can get them on Ginger Island, and I was trading them for golden coconuts so that I can try and get a banana sapling because I don't have a banana sapling yet. Anything else I need to do there? No. This is vegetables, and again, right out under amaranth, it says vegetables, so that's where it goes. What's next to that? This is flowers. I have a place for flowers. This is nothing. Oh, I put those pictures in there. That's right. They really have somewhere else they should be, because this one is decorations. So I'm not a decorator. And I was like, I don't know what to do with it. So they're all in there. And when I'm ready, is that, oh, I need one more. Do I need one more? Is that complete? That might be complete. Middle, right, and left. Huh, I think that's complete. Anyway, so I just throw them in there and I'll deal with them later. Kind of like life. I'm like, oh, I want to keep this, but I don't know what to do with it. So I'll throw it in there and I'll deal with it later. I have some pretty full storage because of that. I have decision problems, especially lately. Anyway, sorry. Decorations are there. This is artisan things. This is things that I have. Okay, if you don't know the game, if you're early to the game or whatever, all the produce that you grow is worth a certain price, right? And you sell it and you get money. But if you process it, then you get a lot more money. It takes more time and you have to have the space to do it, but it gives you a whole lot more money. This one right here, that's raisins. Those are for the Junimo, because apparently the Junimo love raisins. And I've had the Junimo for a while and haven't given them any raisins, so I guess I better do that. But it's not going to be today. What I sometimes, if I'm in a hurry, I just throw this stuff in here, and then every now and then I'll go through and I'll go, oh, we should sell some of this. I have ancient fruit jelly, so I'll pull it in my pockets and then I'll go, but I want to keep one or two just in case, because then if I need one, it's already done and I don't have to process it. I'm not going to do that right now, but also in the 1.6 update, we got a thing called the bookseller, and One of the books that the bookseller has, they come twice a month. Twice a season, because there are 4 seasons, which are kind of like a month. They come twice. And you can get a book, I can't remember the name of it, but it lets you know the prices. So when I hover on this, it tells me if I sell this stack, if you look all the way to the bottom of that little square, it says 9,200. If I sell this whole stack, I'm gonna get 9,200 gold for it. So let's pull it down, and then the right button on mine, the A button pulls it down, and then the Y button just moves 1. So let's put 2, and now if I sold that stack, I'd get 6,900. So if I'm busy, I just throw everything in there, and then I go, oh, I should probably sell some of this. I kind of should get some money, and so I'll pull some out and I'll go sell them all. Here's the thing. I have a tendency to just keep everything because I don't want to make the decision to figure out what I want to sell. Partly because when I first started playing, I didn't know what I should sell and what I shouldn't sell. So I just kept it all, and then I had my daughter help me figure it out because she plays. So now I kind of know, but sometimes it's just not worth my time. I have plenty of money to do what I want to do most of the time. But if I go, oh, I'm ready to build that obelisk and it's going to cost me 1,000,000 gold, then I'll go through and I'll go, oh, I can get 50 for this or 10 for that or whatever. 1,000, not 50 gold. I probably wouldn't sell something that was 50 gold, because the reason to keep things that won't sell well is because you can eat them for energy, or you can give them as a gift, or whatever. So I try to keep 1 or 2, and then I'll sell the rest when I need money. They just stack up until then. And then let's see. The dragon tooth goes here. Oh, I skipped one. Yeah, the dragon tooth's the only thing that's there. This is my, what would you call it? This is my main miscellaneous, I don't have a place for it, put it in here, don't want to lose it kind of place. This is kind of what my first chest was. And then I put everything in there, and then I started to divvy it out, and then I was like, well, where am I going to put things? So this is important things that I don't want to lose place, I guess. So let's organize that, and then, okay, here's another secret. If you don't want to know this, don't listen. I'll close it right after. Okay, don't listen. Are you not listening? Okay, don't listen. I got my ostrich egg. It's very exciting. Okay, so let's close that. Oh, wait, I'm waiting I have to finish the big animal skeleton with the, what do you call him? Professor Snail on Ginger Island, and then he'll give me an ostrich egg incubator, and I can grow ostriches. It's very exciting, but not yet. Okay, so this one right here, this is kind of, they would also be considered artisan things because they're foods that you've then processed, but these are, usually I didn't actually make them, but they're food, right? I don't know why I consider them different from like jellies and wines and stuff, but lots of times these are things that my villagers give me in the mail or whatever. Actually, these Magic Rock Candy and the Miner's Tree should probably be in with the, oh look, they're cooking. Is this one called artisan? They are called artisan. I wonder if I have them properly sectioned off. I don't know. Anyway, so I should probably have those other ones in the cave stuff, but I don't actually use them. Yeah, that's already organized. I think that's everything. I don't need that. Okay, so then this one, this is my headed out the door chest. This is my, when you're ready to go, check this and see what you need to take with you. So I keep my geodes or my mystery boxes or my golden coconuts in here because I have to take those to Clint to have him crack them open. I don't have to have him do the geodes anymore because I have a geode crusher right here. But first off, I can only do one at a time. A thunder egg, that's cool. First off, I can only do one at a time. And second off, since I have to go to have these done, then I might as well, have him do the other one as well. I don't know where the hay came from, and I need to do something with the fish tank. So these two are there because my pockets were full. I had to empty them. I need to put them somewhere, kind of like these boots and that ring I need to put in my dresser inside, but I didn't want to take the time for that. Very quickly, let's look at this. Okay, I do have full friendship with everybody except, let's get down here, Leo. So I was really thrilled. I was like, I've finished the friendship. We're all good. I will choose to date everybody who's dateable enough to get them to actually 10 hearts. But when you get anybody dateable to 8 hearts and anybody not dateable to 10, then they lock in and you won't lose friendship if you don't talk to them or whatever. So I wanted to get them fully upgraded and locked so I didn't have to worry about it. So that's all done. I did give him a bouquet because I was like, if I gotta marry somebody eventually, it's gonna be Harvey because he's a grown-up and he just fits my personality okay and whatever. Anyway, but let me tell you, anybody who's dateable, let me go down here. When you get to like 8 hearts, or with him, especially with 10, it gets a little awkward. Let me just say, if something happens to Bill, I'm not sure if I'm going to date anymore because dating is awkward and these guys are awkward and they're like, oh, I just wondered if I've been trying to tell you and well maybe. And with what's his name, Harvey, ooh, it got very uncomfortable for me. I know it's just a game. I was uncomfortable. So I will eventually marry him because you have to do that to finish the perfection, but oh my gosh, it was so awkward. If you're new, that's the person's name. If it says boyfriend, if it shows that little bouquet, then that means they were dateable. Once I got to 8 hearts, I gave him a bouquet so that we could work toward improving and deepening our relationship. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, got it to 10. To go further than that, I have to give him the mermaid pendant, the mariner's pendant. I don't remember what it's called. I won't be doing that anytime soon because first, if I marry him, then these dateable people lock in at 8 hearts. But if I don't marry him, I can give everybody a bouquet and get everybody to 10 and they will lock in and then I can move on and do what I need to do with him. Probably that's going to be the last thing that I do because uncomfortable, I'm just saying. Yeah. And over to the right from that, it says gifts because you can give them 2 gifts a week. And to the right of that is a little conversation box because if you talk to him that day, then you get a little check in that. So you know that you've taken care of those relationship building things. I'm just saying, that's where we are. So I was really excited that those were done. And then I met Leo and I was like, oh, I have to start over. And the reason I thought of that was because not in my pocket, in here, I have a duck feather because he loves duck feathers. So I had that in my pocket. I have a ton. I took them all, or a bunch of them, to Ginger Island. So they're just there because he lives on Ginger Island. Okay, so let's see. Any chests we didn't talk about? There aren't. All those other... Oh, yes, there are. No, there aren't. So these other ones are, they're empty. They're just placeholders because I was like, I got to figure out how I'm going to arrange this. I have moved things a little bit as I've played, but this is where it is right now. I'm not going to pick everything up right now. I have these preserve jars and I have the oil makers and these are dehydrators and those are fish smokers, which are new. These are crystallariums, furnaces, geode crusher, and then kegs. Oh, wait. And a loom right there for the cotton. Oops, let me stop this for a second. I got the beehives all over. You can see the honey jars. I've got tappers here and there. let's see, which way should we go first? Let's go up. So this is my greenhouse, and this is Grandpa's shrine. Now, see how it has 4 candles? Here's the thing. You play for 2 years, and then early in your 3rd year, there's this little cutscene dream sequence visitation thing, and Grandpa's ghost comes, and he assesses your farm. He tells you, "Thank you so much. You're doing a great job." That's what he told me. I don't know. I think if you don't do a great job, he's not very nice. But anyway, he's like, "Thank you so much. You're doing a great job." And then when he's done, the candles light up, and you get anywhere from 1 to 4 depending on what you've accomplished. When that first happened, I only got 3, and I think that was because I hadn't earned 1 million gold yet. Over the whole time of 2 years, because it wasn't selling anything. And then after I had, and I think there was an achievement for it. After that came up, I thought, oh, maybe I can reassess it. But I was talking to my daughter. I didn't know that at first. I was talking to my daughter, and I was like, "So if I have 3 candles, it's always going to stay 3 candles?" And she said, "No, you can get a new assessment. So you give him a diamond. So you go to the shrine and you give it a diamond, and then it'll do a reassessment." And that's when I got the 4 candles. So I didn't get it the first time. And these beautiful trees, those are mystic trees, and they've produced mystic syrup. Aren't they pretty? I decided his shrine would be a good place for them. Those come with the mastery as well. I think those are they foraging or farming? I don't know. One of them, I've gotten the foraging and the farming so far. So if you go here, it says I have, let me go up. The little green bar says mastery, and it says 2, because I've claimed 2 of them, and I'm almost up to claiming another 1 and getting to 3. I've got 4 star drops. That's what that is. I've hit 105. I've gotten to level 105 in the Skull Caverns. My house is level 4. It's really as big as it's going to get unless I add like extra rooms. I currently have 12 gold walnuts. I have passed 100 because I did get into Key's room. We're not going to talk about Ginger Island after that. Anyway, so I got the ability to make mystic trees when I got my first mastery, and it was either foraging or farming. I think I don't know. It was either foraging or farming. You get to decide. So whichever one had the mystic trees, I knew I wanted those. So that's what I did. Okay. So we did that. Let me look in the greenhouse. Here's my greenhouse. Oh, I need to harvest this. This is also all ancient fruit. I have 3 pomegranate trees. These are going to be 3 peach trees. I had something else. I've rearranged these trees many times. I have cherry here and cherry there, an orange here and orange there, and then I have 2 apricot up there on the left and 2 apple there on the other left. This is a mango tree. No, this is an apple tree. Nope, that's a mango tree, and then when I get a banana tree, it's going to come here. So that's what those are. And in your greenhouse, you can grow anything from any season. These are recycling machines because I have these crab pots right here. I needed periwinkle for a raccoon quest, and I wasn't getting very many in my crab pots down at the ocean. And my daughter told me to try them on here, and I was getting plenty now. So, but I didn't want to keep up with the crab pots, and I don't like things. See how you can tell I need the mystic syrup harvest and the sap harvest and the honey harvest. That's fine when it's all at once, but the crab pots are every day, and it looked bothersome. I can't just leave it and not harvest it, and it was pain in the hiney, whatever. So I was harvesting. When you get stuff, you get a lot of trash. So I put whatever I harvest in here, and I see how I have some trash. So I would take the trash, and I would go like this, and I would put the trash in the recycling, and then it will give you a useful item. but it will do it quite quickly. So it'll do it 2 or 3 times a day if you let it. And then I would try and take a picture of my farm, and then these would still have their thing, and I would forget and whatever. Doesn't matter. So that's what that is. And then if you come down here, this is some pathing I'm not sure I want to keep. This is a sturgeon, which was a lot of work. And then this is, oops, that's blobfish. That's blobfish. There are 5 in there. Eventually they will get a little exclamation point over the fish pond. This is a fish pond that you have robin build on your farm. They'll have an exclamation point, and if you go interact with it, they'll tell you this is what we want, right? So there will be, they want diamonds, or they want, what else have they wanted? I don't know, but they ask for certain things, and you throw it in there, and then that allows them to increase their population. Now, if I want a blobfish, I can fish in here, and I pull out, I don't have to play the fishing game, like battle with the fishing pole and am I close enough and do I lose the fish. I catch something immediately. I think once you get all the fish, you can fish all of them out. Once you get all the fish out, then you'll just catch trash. But you can only put one kind of fish in at a time. And I had a different fish in here, and then I cleared all those out and made it a blobfish pond, because apparently sometimes the things that they generate, because I collected roe on that one on the right just a minute ago, but sometimes they generate other things. I don't remember what they can generate. I know that the stingray, which I'm going to put where the sturgeon is, can sometimes generate a dragon tooth, which they're really hard to come by, and they're very important. You can use them for important things. So I'm going to put a stingray over there. But anyway, the blobfish is here because I guess their roe makes a lot of money. Somebody said you should get them. So I got them. That's all. Anyway, that's what's there. I sometimes lose my horse. I don't know if anybody else does that. In the grass, I can lose him a little bit because colorblind, I don't notice the difference quite as well. Also, if you have the Meadowlands farm, it's tough to find a space to put your Junimo hut and a bunch of, what do you call them? A bunch of crops. My goodness. Because there's not as much tillable land. Okay, it's 4:30, so I think I'm gonna tour the farming part right here, my actual animal farm part, and then probably be done. So I recently had to replace the fence because it was all deteriorated, because it does that over time. And yes, I'm going to park him here so I don't lose him. Yes, I know that you can use other things like plants or machines or whatever, but I haven't decided exactly what I want to do. So this one is hardwood, so it's the longest lasting, but still, I'll need to replace it. My animals are all out. I frequently, if I have time when I come home at the end of the day, I close their doors so they stay in, because they're easier to pet when they're all inside than when they're all out here in the grass. These are some lightning rods. I've got them just kind of spread out. This is a mill. Here's my one of my silos. Oh, we're doing great on hay because I just cut a bunch of grass. Here, those are my other 2 silos, and I have a shipping bin right there because in here I have a bunch of machines. So I do have an auto grabber right here, and I bought that from Marnie. Was it expensive? I don't remember if it was expensive or if I had to get to a certain level, but it's an auto grabber, so it'll do the milking and the shearing and the gathering of eggs. It'll clean everything up. So if I click on it, it's kind of like a chest, and that's all the stuff that's in it. I think once it's full, I can't remember if it just won't take anymore or if it starts bumping other things out, but I don't let it get full. And since they stack, it's probably not going to get full. So I have lots of room. Let's grab... let's just grab some wool, and then let's grab that milk and this milk. That's probably enough, and I don't have a truffle. So let's put the cotton here on the looms, and then I don't need, well, I'm gonna grab more anyway. So let's do the milk, and the milk goes right, oops, sorry, move please. Put the milk in the cheese makers. There's one more that didn't get filled. Oh, two. Better grab another milk. Right there, and I just empty them, and then I put everything in that chest right there. So there we go. Now they're full. I'm not going to go around and love everybody right now. Okay, so let's put those in there. I do have a heater in here up there on the left because through the winter they don't do well if they don't have a heater. Also, when you get to the deluxe barn and the deluxe coop, which I have, it auto feeds. So as long as you have hay in your silo, it will auto feed them, which is amazing because, you know, difficult. So there is an oil maker here for my truffles. I should probably have another one, but sometimes I decide there's a bunch of stuff there, or I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm in a rush or whatever. I don't want to go back in, so I just throw everything in that shipping bin right over there. I do have some truffles over here. Let's grab these. And then, oh, they're all coming inside because it's 6. Because they think it's nighttime. So first, since they're all there, let's just go love them. So I have way too many cows because they kept reproducing. When you have a bigger barn, it has this little breeding area, so they can just have babies on their own. I have 2 sheep. Let me show you my animals. So I have Elvis, the chicken, because he's blue. So I named him Elvis. Ginger Snap, Ebony, because she's black. Lemon Drop, Henrietta, because she's a hen. Lulabelle and Coco and Bossy and Carmen and Brownie. They're all reasons. Carmen is... Okay, this is weird. Carmen is named after a reindeer from an old-time radio detective show. It's, yeah, whatever. From a Johnny Dollar episode. If any of you know who Johnny Dollar is, let me know. So, and then, oh, and Buttercup. And Betty. See, they just kept getting born. And then, let's go down to the bottom. Scroll. Don't look, don't look, don't look. Okay, so this is Sean the sheep. And Sean had a baby. And I was like, what do I name the other sheep? What goes with Sean? And then I thought Cassidy, and only people who are my age or older know who Sean Cassidy is. I know, it's weird. And then I went with Mopsy and Cottontail from the Peter Rabbit, and Wilbur from Charlotte's Web, and then Nana and Billy, Billy Goat, Nana Goat, and, you know, Billy because my husband's name is Bill. And then Lolly and Dolly and Molly. The first duck I named Molly after Molly in Animal Crossing, and then they just became Dolly and Lolly as well. And then what else can you have in here? You can have dragons. I know, they're dinosaurs. Other people's are dinosaurs. Mine are dragons. So this one's named Kilgara. That's the dragon from Merlin. And I couldn't come up with another dragon that I really liked, so I just named the other one Merlin. So those are their names, and they're wonderful, and I love them. And Snowball is named Snowball because my mom used to have a cat who was white and who was called Snowball, and that's fun for me. So on this one, it shows how many hearts you have with your animals, and the more hearts you have, the better they're going to produce. And then over on the right, it has a little hand and a check that says that you pet them. It tells you that you pet them. So what I do at this point usually is I'll scroll. Now, I haven't gotten my chickens or anything because they're in the other thing. Usually I do this when I'm done, but did I get all my cows? I got all my cows. I got both of my goats, and I got my pig, and I got both of my sheep. So I got everybody in here. Let's go over here. And here are my other ones. If you hold... Uh-oh, I waited too long. If it's nighttime, you can't get them. Even if some of them are walking around and they're trying to sleep. I'm like, no, they're not. They're running around. What are you talking about? Okay, that one. Can I get you? Nope. Okay, so if you hold the button, whatever button it is that you interact with them, mine it's A, and you hold it, then you can just get them all and you won't repeat. Okay, this isn't going to make sense unless you play this. If you've already pet them and then you try to pet them again, it'll pull up their name and tell you like you're trying to get their information. But if you're just holding the button, it won't register it as a new thing, and so it won't pick it up. I don't know. So I'm not going to get everybody today, but I had to move the auto grabber over here because I kept accidentally checking it. Okay, this is probably a couple days worth of stuff because I don't think I made it in here the other day because I went to Ginger Island. I actually stayed over on Ginger Island because I have built the farmhouse so I could. Oops. And now I have truffles, but I'm not going to do that here. I have an oil maker in the other... I ran into one of them. In the other building. So I actually have 3 of them. So maybe I'll do it over there. I don't know. Let's put the extras in here. I guess I'll just take those truffles into the other place with me. So, yeah, that's everything you can see. The mayo... So the eggs go in the machine and they make mayonnaise. Do I have... Oh, in here you can see. Oops, not there. I want that closed. Okay, I'll fix that in a minute. You can see that there is some mayonnaise down there at the bottom, down here. The wool makes cloth. The rabbits also drop rabbit's feet. The ducks sometimes drop feathers. And then anything you put into the machine, any eggs you put into the machine make mayonnaise. In this version, oh, this is regular mayonnaise right there. In this 1.6, now you can drink the mayonnaise for like energy and health rejuvenation and everything. Don't drink this one. Do you see down there it says negative 75 energy? This one is bad. Don't drink this one. That one's a plus. Those are all pluses. So anyway, don't drink that. It's bad. Okay, oh, I needed to close that. I think that's it. I think that's everything that I wanted to show you. Let's do a top to bottom quick run. So here's where you come in. This fencing is all here when you first start it up. This takes me down to Marnie's, and over there on that side is that tree, but it's something else now. I hope that didn't just spoil thing. I put some pathing down here so that when the grass grew in, it would kind of go around. It's ridiculous. I just kind of ran around and put it down, and I hate it. And now I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So, so this is where my house started, but I put my house over here because it feels more farmy. It feels like it overlooks the farm. And then you might not have noticed because look, it just kind of blends. Everything blends. But if you go up here, this is the path to the backwoods. See how it's just kind of hidden? Doesn't it feel farmy? Doesn't this all feel farmy? I think it does. I think it feels very farmy. So usually I go out and about the town and I do whatever. Maybe I go up to the mines. I've got time. Maybe I go down to the woods, or I go to Ginger Island or the desert or whatever. And then I came running in. If I'm here by 11, then I go in and I close their doors. And so that the next day they're all inside and it's super easy to pet them all. And then I go over here and I empty all my pockets in the shed. Right now I only have the one shed because it's all I need. I still have extra space. The way I set it up, I knew I built into future use. And then I come in and I jump off and I park my little horsey right there. Oh, wait, I have things I didn't put away, don't I? Oh, let's go put those away. I ride my horse on my farm quite often because it's faster. I've thought about restarting, doing a new one, but man, I'm gonna be slow again. I'm gonna have to do it all again, but I still might. I don't know. I know so much more now, and I feel like I could do videos and kind of teach you guys things if you need to know things. Oh, let's get rid of that geode. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't already have one in there, so we'll have to grab it. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I do. I do those things, and normally because I have this much time, let's just do that. So I'm going to grab some ancient fruit. Let's grab these. No matter what, like this is silver quality, it doesn't matter. When these are done, they will all be plain. All, what do you call it? All wine is base quality. None of it has stars until you put it in the kegs. Back at the kegs that are in my basement that we looked at right at the beginning. Not kegs. Yes, kegs. No. Casks that you put in the casks. I missed these. And I have to be careful when I'm running around, because sometimes I'll accidentally put one in here, although we'll just do that to clear it really quickly. And then one thing that I do way too often, I go like this and I accidentally hit that seed maker right there, and then a couple seconds later some strawberry seeds will pop up, or in this case it would be ancient fruit seeds pop up, and I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant to do. But whatever, not a big deal. And then we're going to go put all these artisan goods right there. Do I have, yep. The reason, okay, not the reason, but one of the reasons I like to have one of everything in here is because then when I go, here, pull all that in, there's something there to pull it in. That's all. Okay, we're done. Everything's cleared. That's all cleared. It says it's getting late, which means it's midnight. If you want to wake up the next day with full energy, then you need to be in your bed going to sleep before 1. But right now, since I've had 4 star drops, I actually have a really large energy bar. And if I lose some energy because I went to bed late, it's not a big deal the next day. It's so not a big deal. Not like in the early game. But I'll go in. I never did check the TV. So let's see on here. The weather report. Now that I have, sorry, my nose is running. Now that I have Ginger Island, it'll give me a Ginger Island weather report too. So it gives you the weather forecast for tomorrow. So it's going to be sunny on my, Pelican Town Farm, hometown farm. It's going to be sunny here. And then, it's going to rain on the Fern Islands. I need to go to Ginger Island tomorrow so that I can get the next gem bird. I have 2 of the 4. So, okay, so I gotta go to Ginger Island tomorrow. And then I would normally have checked the luck. Well, I only check the luck if I'm gonna usually go to the mines, and sometimes not even then, because I have a galaxy sword. Oh, here's the thing. If you're gonna play this game and you have not played this game before, you will get things and they'll say, Gunther can tell you about this. And then you go to the museum and Gunther will tell you about it, and then you donate it to the museum. Here are some things that you do not want to donate your first of. You do not want to donate your first prismatic shard, because you are going to use that at the desert to get the best sword you can get until you get very, very late game. The first dinosaur egg, you don't want to donate that. There was something else. Prismatic shard, dinosaur egg. Darn it. I don't think the ostrich egg is one you could donate, but don't donate that if it is. Don't use that for anything until after you incubate it. Because once you, like with the dinosaur egg, once you incubate it and you get a dinosaur, they'll produce more eggs and you can donate one of those. And you will get other prismatic shards. But getting the sword with it is game changing. And the reason I mentioned that was because I don't even always check the luck now when I'm going to the mines, because I'm really well equipped. So I'm not afraid when the mines are really full and really dangerous. But if it's a bad luck day and you go to the mines, the biggest thing is that it takes longer to find a ladder, like to crack open or to just have it spawn a ladder down. And that can be really annoying and, game changing. Always take food. Don't go into any of the mines, caverns, or dungeons without food so that you can save yourself as you go. Let's see what the luck is anyway. Mildly perturbed. So it would have been a bad day to go to the mines anyway. I think that's all. Because this thing, living off the land, after 2 years, it's all repeat, and so are the recipes. They're all repeat. Also, here's the other thing. So here's my refrigerator. When you upgrade your house the first time, you get a kitchen. And you can't cook until you do, unless you use an outdoor cooking kit. So you can cook from what's in your pocket or your refrigerator. So it'll pull in some things. My refrigerator actually has what I need to make the last of the recipes that I haven't made. I got a list. You can get a list in the wiki that says if you're going to make all the recipes, these are the things you need. And I already did a ton of them. So what's in here is what I still need to make the rest of the recipes. So it'll automatically pull from there when I go to here. So it's like this is a workbench and this is the chest around it. And they give you a mini fridge. I don't remember how, somebody gave me a mini fridge. And it has a few of the things that I need, and then I just put a ton of milk and eggs in there because I need the milk if I'm going to make pumpkin soup, because pumpkin soup is huge. It's the best. If you're going to go into the mines, especially Skull Cavern, you want food and drink that are going to give you buffs to help you. Pumpkin soup and triple shot espresso or coffee. Triple shot espresso lasts longer. That's for speed. The other is for luck, and I don't remember what the other thing is. Anyway, but I need the milk to make pumpkin soup, and I had too much. That's why it's all in there. I don't know. But when I was first putting stuff in there, I had things that that wouldn't fit, and I had fish that I needed to use for one thing, but I wanted to make sure I didn't use for other things. So I have a chest here. So if you're going to make sashimi, you can use any fish. You can use the junk fish that sell for like 35 gold, and the sashimi will still be just as good. But if I have a bunch of fish in my fridge, it's just going to pull a fish. So it might pull a sturgeon, which is a really important fish, or some kind of a trout that I have specifically for a trout recipe. But if I make the sashimi first and it pulls that one, that's a problem. So this is a way for me to go, oh, I might need that for a recipe, so I'll put it here. But because it's in the chest and not in the fridge, it won't accidentally pull it and use it. And then when I want it, it's right there. So I think that's it. I think that's everything. It's 1 o'clock. So at midnight it says it's getting late, and at 1 o'clock your character goes, oh, I'm so sleepy, and it starts to, the clock shakes a little bit to tell you it's time to go to bed. Should we just fall asleep here? Normally you go in bed, it says, do you want to go to sleep? And you say yes. If you pass out, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you will fall asleep. You will pass out no matter where you are. Not great in the mines, not great anywhere off your farm, not a problem inside your farm. If it happens in the mines, then you will lose stuff. You will lose gold. Some of the stuff in your pockets might disappear. Uh-oh, look, I fell asleep. And you're going to go to sleep. You don't, uh-oh. What was that sound? A strange sound was heard in the night. Uh-oh, I don't know what's going on. What happened? Okay. Your progress is saved at the end of the after you sleep. I'm not going to do any of my morning things because we're going to go see if we can see what happened. And then I'll play this game. I'll play this day later. I don't know what that sound was. You guys can't answer me. Wonder if you know what it was. Let's see if our mail tells us. Nope, there's a little treat from Gus. It doesn't say. Oh, what is this? Oh, what is that? What is it? A strange capsule. The last time that happened, there was an owl that flew over, and I got this owl statue. And there was a time when a witch flew over, and I got the void egg, the first void egg or void chicken. I don't remember. There's something fleshy bobbing around in the fluid. I don't know what this is. What do I do with it? I don't know. Okay, well, I hate to leave you guys not knowing what's going on, but I gotta go look this up, figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Okay, thank you so much for being here. You're wonderful, you're awesome. Let's collect our iridium ore and our row, and then I'll talk to you later. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. I have some Animal Crossing things I gotta do, so there will be some Animal Crossing videos coming up. Doesn't my bear look so cute there? Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye!